Chase, sort of looking back, I talked to Ian moments ago about that UNC win being sort of the catalyst for what propelled you guys to such a big run.
Yeah.
What was that moment like when you look back on it? You got some sort of time to reflect.
Yeah, man, we made history. I think that's something that a lot of people can't say they did. Getting the win in Chapel Hill, it was huge. It was definitely huge. I think it was a momentum boost for us as a team. Gave us some confidence. In that time of the season. But yeah, man, it was definitely great to make history.
A lot was been said about your performance in the tournament being sort of the front runner, offensively being the catalyst, making several big plays, and we can sit here for minutes and talk about it.
For sure.
Just sort of what did that tournament do for your confidence? And looking back in the offseason, being like, man, I can really be the number one guy for this team.
Yeah, definitely gave me some confidence going to this off season. It was just more so just making sure that I'm in the right mindset. Having that confidence, having that aggressive mindset of, knowing how much work I put in, knowing that I can do that, I think I showed, what I can do, and, I plan on keeping that up.
What sort of, switch was flipped in that moment? Because I think you talked to us candidly about the BC game in the ACC tournament, and then going from that to New Mexico. I think it was New Mexico.
Yeah.
Get the two confused.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Just what sort of flipped there, and sort of how you want to keep that switch on through that season?
Yeah, I think it was more so I had fuel coming off of that Boston College game. Coming into the tournament, we had a chip on our shoulder, knowing that people were counting us out early. And then I think, as a player, you get confidence and, you just run with it. And I think that's something that, I'm going to do this year. I plan on, I want to be more consistent. I just want to make sure I'm in a good, confident mindset. And, it's going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be ups and downs in the season. You're not going to play great every game. So it's more so about, just making sure you keep that great mindset and know that belief in yourself.
Talk about sort of the ups and downs of the season, just sort of as a leader, having to navigate that part of it as well.
Yep.
Talking to Ian about sort of the conversations he's had with Brad about challenging you to be, feels like this duo is the face of Clemson basketball now.
Yeah.
What are some of those conversations like, especially when you made that decision to come back?
Yeah, that was definitely something that was discussed. Making sure that, me and Ian are, two guys that have been in the program for a long time. Making sure that, we let our voice be heard, especially with all the transfers that are coming in. Just making sure that, we keep that same edge, that same competitive spirit that we had last year. And, I think we're two guys that can, make sure that happens.
There's a lot of moving parts, especially with the NIL transfer portal. There's a lot of newness on this roster, feels like, this Clemson team. When you go through the tougher parts of this offseason, where it's the summer training, practicing during football, football games are going on, you're Little John practicing, and it's those hard moments that easy to quit.
Yeah.
How do you need to sort of rally the younger guys, or maybe the transfers that haven't been here, being like, hey, this system works. We've been there, we've done that, we've made the deep postseason runs.
Yeah.
What are maybe some of those conversations?
Yeah, I think it's more so like we got some guys that are older, some veteran guys that came from other schools, and they kind of say to us like, man, we're really doing this, we're really doing that, and we're like, yeah, bro, like this is the normal, this is what you're supposed to do. And I think that instilling that into them is something that we've done a good job of this summer. And I think that once the games come, we're going to hit some adversity, things are going to happen. That's where we're going to need to grow and make sure that we're keeping those guys on the same page.
Looking at the X's and O's rather than just off the court voice, where do you want to grow in your game this year?
Just being more consistent. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Not having games. I can have games where I have 20, but it's those games where you have 2 points, no rebounds, no assists, just impacting the game even when I'm having, an off night scoring, whether that's getting more rebounds, making sure I'm getting assists, playing harder on defense. I think, those are things that I'm trying to work on going into this year.
This is my final question. I asked Ian this. With this being your last year, PJ Hall consistently mentioned leaving a legacy behind at Clemson. When this all said and done here in the Orange, how do you want fans to remember Chase Hunter?
Man, just as a great guy first, obviously a great player, but a great guy first. Someone who believes in his teammates, wants to push his teammates, wants people around him to be great. And I want to be remembered as one of those great guards that came through Clemson. And that's what I came back here for. to put my mark on another season and to make sure that we go on another run and make some history.